Hi, my name's Quinton from Music, Mentoring, Arts and Poetry, and we have partnered with a Sheffield-based charity known as Mumsunitedsheffield. Now, they have done tireless work in the community, and when we got together across Teams and across Zoom, we encourage young people to speak with mothers, to open up dialogue, to open up the conversation, to speak between each other about thoughts and feelings and to express themselves on paper. So for example, a mum would ask a young person a question and vice versa. So this is called the Peace in Conflict project, and it's been super successful. I'm super proud to see all of the work that they've done. You can see it here.
I'm Nazia from Mumsunitedsheffield. I have a question for one of our poets, Sukena. Is killing worth your freedom? Is it worth becoming a man in prison? Blame yourself, not being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Why choose the wrong path? Is it worth it?
Murder, murder, murder. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Is it the mind that is making you tick, or is it the devil that is playing the greatest trick? Is he a foe or a friend? That is a question that will bring one of us to an end. The mind is telling me you are looking at a 25-year stretch. The little whisper is guiding me to the money it will fetch. The treacherous path you may follow will make you become so shallow. Dear creeds, you have made men kill each other. For what gain have you sold your brother? Unfairness in your life may have bred hate and despair, but all is not lost, as there are people in the world who really do care.
This is Sarah Irshad, Chair and Founder of Mumsunitedsheffield. Here's a question for you. Is your path determined by the company that you keep?
His flags are clean and his thighs lean, as he treats freely in blind alleys, as he cannot outflank pen, knife, nor does he sell jelly as mercy, while his mother bleeds and cries rapidly in darkness.
I am Dr. Shahid and I have a question to Adam. Adam, why a young person would kill another young person?
Young people kill each other. Little boys and girls lose their older brother. What's wrong with our community? Help me join it in unity. Kids killing people their own age, just to be locked away in a steel cage. Knife crime statistics have risen. Youths dying, others in prison. The cry from communities pleading for help. Another child stabbed, expressing what he felt. Innocent youth dropped to the ground, whilst everyone stood around. Let's not forget about Gaza. Freedom for every mother, child and father. Some went to heaven because they were blamed for 9/11, even though it happens there 24/7. Your arms aren't cake, so don't cut them. Your life isn't a movie, so don't end it.
Is killing worth your freedom? Is it worth becoming a man in prison? Blame yourself, not being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Why choose the wrong path? Is it worth it?
What can I say as the murders take place? Young boys feel the need to cover their face. Or is it that they want to cover their race because many like to discriminate? We should talk about love, we should talk about life. Then maybe these kids wouldn't walk around with a knife. Neglected by their parents who claim they want them to strive, yet they struggle to keep them alive. Popularity is what the youth feel they need in order to succeed. What is it from gangs that they get? Well, firstly, it's promised protection from all that they met. A couple free things in their lives are supposedly set. Think whether it's you who fails to give the facilities your child needs to live, and you still want them to forgive. If you don't encompass your child in the love they need, then a negative future is guaranteed. So don't ask me what they gain from these gangs that they're with, but ask yourselves how much safety, stability and love do you give? Because neglection means no protection, and no affection means rejection, and deception takes them in an unseen direction. So now the question has been addressed. How do we accomplish the biggest test? Take hold of the youth and envelop them in your love and protection, so they become the embodiment of hope and affection. O youth of the future, think before you act, make alliance with the right pack. Why turn to a life of crime just to make a simple dime? But be aware this could be the end of your time. I understand that popularity over loyalty is sometimes what you desire, because the leaders of today no longer inspire. However, I urge you to step up and take control, to restore the life these gangs once stole. O blossoming seeds, the youth. O makers of the seeds, the parents. O protectors of the seeds, society. Together we must unite and show the world our radiant light. Just imagine that beautiful sight.
Hi, my name is Quinton from MAP Workshops, and we have partnered with Mums United, and this is a question for Nazia. How do you think you can help young people?
I think it's really important to help young children in deprived areas and generate youth work and just help in as many ways as possible, visually be present and heard, and it's just so important to look after them and their welfare and their interests, because they're our future. Prefer peace, avoid police, exceed the game, avoid danger, accomplish to be your very best, avoid abuse, calm your nerves, avoid breakdown, enjoy freedom, avoid prison.
This is a question for Shad. Do you think that you and your children will be affected by knife crime?
I was by the window leaving my bees, watching my king enjoying his dreams. In a minute, life never been the same. My child is crying, freezing, conflict increased. We all become blind, hope has decreased. My heart is devastated, legs are shaking. Drop the knife, I was screaming. Over the stairs I was flying. My brain stopped working, my tears were rolling. My son was there, going nowhere. Time was flying, my heart sinks. We all in fire, no one can blink. In the fear of death, I jumped into the mess. Shouting and crying, stop this madness. We are all blind, the smell of death. The knives are hitting, blood covers the sky. I am in the ground. Voices of cry. My son is crying. My mom dies. The boys are shivering. They weren't bad guys. They lost the way, but how and why? I was on the ground, the blood covers the sky. Is it true or just a lie? We all are hoping that this never been the scene. I wished we hide and we never been seen. The hope can be true if there was no crime. However, things never been the same.
My name is Humaira and I have a question for Syra. How do you feel about young people carrying knives?
I lay at night, stomach tight, cold sweats all night. Where are you, my knight? In shining armour you stand before me. What truths do you hide behind me? How do I feel? Question to ask. About the young people carrying knives, destroying lives. It's all too much, worrying in the night, staying up until it goes light. It breaks my heart that the young people are so disillusioned. There is more to life than gun, gangs and retribution. Don't you see a mother's love, always incomplete, unconditional? Tough love, be cruel to be kind. You're too emotional, I am told. Or is that such a crime? Or is my love for you blind? Am I a fool for not knowing where my child is going? How do I feel? Question to ask. About the young people carrying knives, destroying lives. Frustration, anger, upset, danger. A few words that come to mind about you young ranger. You worry about your peers. What about my tears? A mother who's carried you for years. Oh, son and daughter of mine, you're too young to be carrying the burden of crime. Wake up and see this beautiful life that exists before you. Wake up before it's too late. Your friends that lead you to crime are doing it for a quick dime, feeding on your youth so that they can carry you. This community is crippled with intergenerational dealing. What we are left with is just this numb feeling. It's time to wake up to a new beginning. This is Syra Irshad, Chair and Founder of Mums United. Here's a question for you. Is your path determined by the company that you keep?
I'm going to tell you a story of Jack and Corey. One was cool, other was cruel, both friends from the same school. Corey was a good boy, always doing his homework, reading and writing, where Jack was messing around, beefing and fighting. Corey never got a detention, nor was it excluded, but Jack always wanted attention. For schools were for fools, he was deluded. Corey passed all his exams and went on to sixth form, where he met new friends and had a good surrounding. Teacher said he will have a bright future, his behaviour was outstanding. But on the other hand, Jack failed all his exams, dropped out of college, but he didn't give a damn. Now he's only speaking about grands and grams. It all started off by his friends introducing him to thugs who told him they'll only be his friends if he holds on to drugs. But holding on to them soon led to dealing, gang wars and stealing, breaking doors down and beefing. At start it seemed appealing, but now he's too deep in it, he can't start leaving. But where are the friends that said they've got his back when he's beefing? What started from carrying drugs has led to carrying knives and guns. Now he's realizing this life ain't fun, this life is done. It's a game of cat and mice. Does he hide from the police or from the enemy with a knife that's trying to take his life? He's now thinking I should have been like Corey and taken his advice, but he thought he was more wise, and now he's in prison for life for killing a guy with a knife. Now look how they are living. Corey graduated with a nice job and Jack's in prison, all because he thought he was a bad boy and didn't listen. Now tell me, would you rather be like Corey or Jack? One has a freedom, the other one's stuck in prison, having to look over his back.
It was a great pleasure working with Quinton Green. We've worked with him in the past. He's the founder of Knife Crime Victim Support and MAP workshops. We've done great work in the past, and I felt that it was a great opportunity to take it up another level, where we wanted to really engage with the young people and really get their creative juices flowing, and we wanted them to express themselves through written word. And over the past few months, Quinton has worked amazingly with the young people and the mums, and he's really made us think about our words, how we feel, and think about youth violence from a different perspective. This was a story of two halves, a mum's perspective and a young person's perspective, and how we can blend the two perspectives together to create one story, and this is the outcome of that.